This morning we're at Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. We're doing some four tops, so I was going to do a quick video on how I like to do the four top booth bottoms. There's more than one way to skin a cat, so there's not really a right or wrong way. This is just how I do it. So I'll kind of get started and talk my way through it. I always like to start with the back of the booth facing me. This particular side has a cutout. This goes against the wall, where this side of the booth has a full panel on it. Most of the time the sides match, but this one's going to be a little bit different. So I like to take the pre-sewn booth cover. There'll be a little R. This is the right cap. As you're seated in the booth, the right cap is on the right side. So I lay it out here like this. And I fold over one side. And I fold over the second side. Interestingly enough, I've always found that the second side I fold over normally ends up looking better right off the bat. Okay, now we're going to start stapling. Another thing I've found over the years is that if I get this back corner fixed up first, it makes it easier for me. So I always try to get the back corners tacked on. Then I figure out this front corner, and we got a little bit of something going on there. So normally the backing of the vinyl doesn't want to slide across the foam, so you can pull and like hit it at the same time, and that takes care of that. Some guys like to use plastic under here between the foam and the vinyl. I particularly don't like the plastic. It makes it more hard for me, but to each their own. Since I'm over here, I'm just going to finish up this side cap. And then you can staple here, that's fine. I like to staple inside. When this booth gets flipped back over and installed, sometimes if you staple here and then cut from a distance, you can kind of see a little rippling. So if you staple in here, that'll prevent that. So I always do it this way. I do a side cap, and then I do the other side cap, and then I come and do the front, and I do the back last. I always do it that way. Cap, cap, front, back. So come over here, and again, I'm gonna make sure I get this back corner looking good first. I also kind of, ideally I try to get this seam lined up right on the corner of the wood. Nobody really notices that, but it's just kind of a little pet peeve. Back to this front nose, and over here, if you could see, this one's a little more important because everybody sees it. I really want that seam to be there, not like that. This is the side against the wall. So we're going to have a little relief cut there. You can get as creative as you want with this side, and then I go in, try to get this nice and snug. I've noticed that most of the problem people have is they'll do one of two things. They'll either pull things way too tight and then the seam won't lay right, or they won't pull tight enough and it'll be baggy. So you really got to find that that happy place. Get to your happy place. Everything will look good. Okay. Front's pretty basic. I like to start in the middle. build up there, but that's right. Then, just like in health clubs, I take, when there's a ripple, like I'll take and get the center of the ripple, and that'll typically make 2 more ripples, and then I get the center of those, and I just keep getting the center of the ripples until they go away. If you don't want to do it that way, you could just go right down the line. I'll use this as a little bit of an example of what we were talking about earlier. See how that front edge is nice and clean, and then over here it kind of looks not that great. Sometimes you'll get a pattern that hasn't been tested many times and you won't have enough room to staple and you absolutely have to do it this way. But if you got enough material, you know, get that front edge. Now, the reason I do the back last is because it gives me enough material to pull the front around. This is all loose, but you really have to get this tight, because if it's too loose, you set this in here and the back rest comes in and it pushes on the back of the booth and you get a little bit of something going on. So I always like to pull the middle. I hit that. Sometimes I just use my gun. Well, we ran out of bullets, but that's basically how I put on a 4-top booth cover. So if you got any suggestions, any tips, something you like better than what I'm doing, let me know. Thanks.